Welcome, saber enthusiasts. I'm Nick Nitro, and I am the Lord of the Crucible. Today we're here for an unboxing of a brand new saber, but first I want to cover a little bit of an aftermath report from our brand new champion, the Imperial Workshop Vega V3. So you may have noticed in the last video that I couldn't quite fit the blade into the emitter. And I was originally thinking that the forks on the emitter had bent. But really, all that had happened was that the edges here had gotten roughed up by the concrete, and that prevented the blade from going in. Little burrs were sticking in the way. All I did was a little bit of filing along here, and along here for good measure, and everything smoothed out really well. So, blades fit in perfectly fine, and everything works. So, you see? Oh, gotta turn it on first.
Powering on.
There we go. Everything works perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and move on to the new saber that we've recently acquired. This is from Sabers. Got here in a week and a half. Did really good. Now I can tell from some of the labeling here, this came directly from China. So it'll be interesting to see if it has a charge. But this is their Delta saber, and this one is supposed to be a Proffie saber. It only has a 28-inch blade, which is shorter than what I usually test. But I couldn't beat the price. So let's see what we got. It was a suspiciously low price. I'm actually very curious to see what we get in here. Oh, come. A lot of tape on this. I mean, a lot. It goes the entire box. I mean, it's like literally completely wrapped. So in that regard, that part of the packaging is really well. And you can see the box is actually in relatively good shape. If you happen to remember the last order I made, say from the pack store, which also came from China, that one arrived looking very rough. I think that's a very good way of saying it. So here we are. All right. I'm really hoping this is a Proffie saber. This will be the first Proffie to be tested in the Crucible. Oh wow, look at that. Everything is, okay, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Individual boxes for everything. This one's, I think this one's empty. But it actually has boxes for 2 saber hilts, so yeah. This is the box with the hilt in it. Let's set that right there. We've got a box for the manual right there. And have it labeled saber hilt. So it all is in the box like this. Our little accessory pack. And like I said, an empty one that I think is just there for being a spacer. And a 28-inch blade with another hard protective cap. So that's very interesting. Let's just set you here. This is an interesting way of packing things together. It really is. So let's start from this end. In our accessory box, what do we have? We've got the charging cable. Okay. Okay. Wow. This is the second saber in a row that I've gotten a packet of timing shims, and this time, it might be more of them. This has got to be at least 10 timing shims. So that'll be interesting. Then we've got, two, looks like, yeah, 2 different Allen keys, as well as set screws. So there may be 2 different size screws on this saber. So we'll just get this tucked back in here. The manual, kind of a big box for just a manual. What the? Okay, I've seen one of these before. It's very small print, but it's basically a couple of cards. Let's get the wrapping off of here. That have all of the instructions for your Proffie board. 1-button controls. Yep. Okay. So we'll just stick those right there. And finally, this is what I've been waiting for. The hilt. Here we are. Oh, that's nice. It's a nice silver hilt. I kind of like the way this is packaged. Okay, well, here we go. Nice, clean silver hilt. We've got some stickers up here, some plastic up here. And that may just have been like a warehouse marking sticker, because this is supposed to be a Proffie board, and it is marked PF. So, right there, I'll try and get a close-up of that. You have nice concave grip there. But what I want to
enter maximum volume. Maximum volume. Maximum volume. Volume menu end.
Okay. So it's got power. And this is a Proffie board, so yes. I'm not seeing anything that looks like a kill switch here. It doesn't look like there's one of those. Does this mean it's always on? Okay, this may be a constantly on saber. Well, let's see if it lights up. Because, I mean, I get it. Proffie boards, most of your higher end Proffie boards will have a kill switch. Now, I did do my own Proffie install and I did not put in a kill switch. But this one at least has a replaceable battery. Come on. Fits in nice. Well, there we are. Very nice. Okay. All right, it doesn't seem to have gesture controls enabled. I am going to have to read the instructions, but it does look like it is in fact a Proffie board. Which, this is definitely going to have to be considered the cheapest Proffie that I have ever been able to find. but I'm almost wondering if it was a glitch on their website, because this was $159 plus shipping. Now that was it. I think after taxes and everything it was $170. But if you change the blade size to 32 inches, the price went up a lot. So I may have just gotten really lucky on this one.
Enter volume menu.
See how loud we can get.
Maximum volume.
Okay, that's maximum.
Maximum volume. Volume menu end.
Could be interesting. I've got some instructions to go through here, so I'll be able to cover accessing the menu and everything else in the next video. But if that's the loudest that gets, that's a little on the quiet side.
Enter volume menu. Minimum volume.
That's minimum right there.
Maximum volume.
Oh,
Minimum volume. Volume menu end.
yeah, that's like really quiet. I've got that right up to the microphone. I don't know if that's going to bring anything through. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the level of the volume.
Maximum volume. Volume menu end.
So, although if you live in a place that has a lot of people, or if you know there's reasons to keep your sabers a little on the quieter side, this may not be as much of a detriment as you might think. But this is going to be interesting. This is also a new company, new saber, and definitely a new soundboard that we're going to be testing in the Crucible. So let's see what we can figure out and see exactly where this trip takes us. I'm Nick Nitro, and I will see you in the Crucible.